Danielle Cannon here from Fiction Atlas Press, bringing you another Indie Connection. Today I'd like to tell you about some indie books that you might enjoy if you're a fan of Go the Distance by Jen Kalanita, which of course is a Hercules retelling. The first book I have for you is called Sacrifice by N. Isabel Blanco. Heracles sought his lost love Megara across the ages, only to find empty trails and shattered hope. But what he never fathomed was the truth. Megara had become a pawn in his uncle Hades' sinister game, forged into an assassin against her will. The Greek god of power has spent eons haunted by a singular mistake from his past. Unknown to him, Megara had struck a desperate bargain ages ago. A pact that promised her salvation if she aided him in ascending to godhood, a path he ultimately chose over her. Millennia later, Heracles comes face to face with the specter of his obsession. Megara, now an embodiment of wrath, harbors a deep-seated rage, not just for the world, but for the one who left her to the clutches of darkness. But her vengeance is denied. Hades strikes a new deal with them both, uniting them in an unlikely alliance. As they fight to liberate Megara from her tormented existence, secrets buried beneath layers of betrayal begin to unravel, exposing raw wounds and hidden truths. Can they forge a future from the fragments of their past, or will the darkness they bear tear them apart once and for all? As they both soon learn, some bonds are written in the stars, and some mistakes demand more than mere redemption. The second book I have for you is called Game of Strength and Storm by Rachel Menard. Victory is the only option. Once a year, the Olympian Empress grants the wishes of 10 people selected by a lottery for a price. 17-year-old Jen, a former circus performer, wants the freedom of her father, who was sentenced to life in prison for murders she knows he didn't commit. Castor plans to carry the island Arcadia into the future in place of her brother Pollux, but only after the Empresses force a change in her island's archaic laws that require a male heir. To get what they want, Jen and Castor must race to complete the better half of 10 nearly impossible labors. They have to catch the fastest ship in the sea, slay the immortal Hydra, defeat a gangster called the Boar, and capture the flesh-eating mares, along other deadly tasks. Jen has her magic, her ability to speak to animals, her inhuman strength, and the help of Pollux, who has been secretly pining for her for years. But Castor has her own gifts, the power of the storms, along with the endless coin. Only one can win. The other walks away with nothing, if she walks away at all. The third book I have for you is called The Immortality Trials by Eliza Rain. This edition is the complete collection, so it actually has 3 whole books in it. A fierce temper and a burning desire for revenge have always been Lyssa's greatest assets, until the gods of Olympus and a man with a secret turn her world upside down. Lyssa keeps the fact that she's the daughter of the strongest man in the world to herself. After all, everyone thinks Hercules is a hero. She can still remember her family's screams the night he slaughtered them all. When the gods offer Lyssa a chance to compete for the ultimate prize, immortality, she isn't interested, until she discovers that her father is competing. Now she has to face the monster from her past and stop him from becoming truly untouchable. But she won't be doing it alone. Phyleus, a mysterious man with enough gold to tempt Midas, has bought his way into the competition and Lyssa's life. She hates him immediately. He represents everything she hates about Olympus. There's more to him than meets the eye, though, and Lyssa can't shake the feeling that he's hiding a past as dark as her own. Forced to work with Phyleus through 12 deadly trials, everything Lyssa thought she knew about herself will be tested. Only one thing stays the same. Hercules must die. And the last book I have for you is called The Trials of Hercules by Tammy Painter. In a world where mortals contend with the gods' vengeful jealousy, one man must ask himself if he will risk his life to defend the goddess who has done everything to destroy him. Convicted of 3 heinous murders, Hercdion is sentenced to a series of trials that will pit him against formidable monsters, push his physical and mental endurance to the limit, and deliver him to the edge of Hades. Throughout these ordeals, Herc endures the brutal cruelty of Hera, the goddess whose hatred of Herc has blinded her to the near ruin of her realm and to plans that will spell the end of her existence. Realizing Hera has done everything to destroy him, will Herc risk his own life to protect hers? Okay, that's all for me this week. I'll see you next week on the Indie Connection. Bye!